All right. Well, I don't know. I just need some audio. I'm just putting some audio in here. I guess it's kind of annoying that I have to. Yeah. Well. Anyway, let's just. This is gonna take some minutes. So 10 minutes. Anyway, I started doing this. This is speed painting. I guess. Ooh, speed painting. Does anybody do speed painting? Speed painting looks cool. I'm not really painting it. Well, I guess I am because these are just. I just draw something on a piece of paper with a pencil, and that's it in the physical world. And here we go with GIMP, the free photo editing software, and I love it because it is just, as you can see, it works wonders with this type of thing. I scan the image in black and white, you know, and just transforms into this wonderful thing when I start adding color, you know? Yeah, black and white is nice and cool, like black and white, but this is color that I'm gonna add in a moment, you know? And I originally wrote a book, I wrote a book called Double Grape, Drink It Now, because I couldn't change the title after it had been published. I had been planning to make a sequel with a different subtitle, but yeah, no. Well, anyway, these are layers that are going to go in panels in the fourth page of what I'm calling prologue, double grape prologue. Everything that happened just before the start of what happened in the book. You know, like I recommend the book. Of course, I recommend the book. I mean, I wrote the book. It's not that great a book, but for 20,000 words and written by me when I just got out of high school, I think it's pretty. I don't know what I would impressive, I guess. Well, anyway, I am. I wouldn't say I'm just. I wouldn't say talented writer. I would say somebody who knows what English looks like on paper. And I type, of course. But the thing is, not just. There's so much stuff I can do. Just I move this for a second there. I make it a bit. Take that and put that there. So yeah, there's so much stuff I can do like this. I used to hardly go a day without scribbling shit in a piece of paper, like a notebook, something. But I don't know. I guess color color is what comes after the black and white phase, and the black and white phase is what you say like, oh, black and white is cooler. It's really awesome. It's just a phase, though. You know. But the main thing is I could have gone to all the trouble to add um an audio source, and it would have been a Led Zeppelin song because I I like Led Zeppelin, but yeah, they would have taken it down most probably. I don't know. And I couldn't find a way to just make it work well because I can't. Even the longest Led Zeppelin song I've ever heard in my time of dying is a minute shorter than this video. This video is 12 minutes long. And I bumped it down to 12 minutes from an hour and 20 minutes because I took that long to do this shit, you know? I'm an artist, you know? Like, you know, people on YouTube, they identify as content creators, you know? They just say content creators. They don't want to be demonetized. You know, I'm a working man. See, this is part of what I'm doing here. This is John Albertus. He is, you know, he's a weird looking guy. He's kind of weird looking, but he's got weird skin. And he has to wear chanclas because no shoes can fit him. He has to wear shorts and a t-shirt because he has horns coming out of his joints. But the thing is, he doesn't, you know, the guy standing next to him is really pissed. For some stupid reason, John was playing the guitar quite loudly in his apartment. Everybody around the apartment could hear it, but this guy was standing right underneath his apartment and heard it, like, right in his ear, and he, like, almost went deaf or something. So this guy is gonna, this guy who lives below John in a different apartment is presenting some sort of formal documentation of blah 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 why he shouldn't have lost the case. He made a lawsuit against John because he was driven mad by the sound of the electric guitar, and so decided that he should jump over the railing of the stairwell in the apartment building. And the case was dismissed, but whether or not it was, John doesn't give a shit about that. He doesn't play that emotional distress bullshit. He doesn't play that. So at some point in the story, I should have it known that John does eventually go to a mental hospital himself, but that's the gist of the story. That's where the story starts. This is the prologue. Everything happens before that. And the thing is, this isn't just, everything that wasn't written down, published already. I identify with John, a working man. He sits on the back of a garbage truck with chanclas and no seatbelt, and he picks up trash. Because he's not a pussy, all right? He's got a job to do. I know it picks up trash, but that's, like, a lot of that is recycling. A lot of that is materials that can be reused. A lot of that is important stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's just disappointing. I would have not had this audio. But YouTube, the song, I guess, I don't know, I haven't checked their songs that are downloadable, the copyright-free songs, the downloadable ones where you can just download them and put them in your video, just to have no copyright issues. But I looked at some of the ones that were just ready to shove right into my video while I was uploading it, and go, like, seriously? I have a 12-minute video, and I'm not going, I'm not, the longest songs, there were 5 minutes, and that's no good. That's no good. We're not doing that. So I tried out, just playing the Led Zeppelin song, and it was, even though it's 11 goddamn minutes. In my Anyway, yeah. It's just disappointing that I have to deal with that. But yeah, I don't know, I can just do this. I mean, I have nothing to really say, I guess. Oh, well, anyway, I guess I can talk about this. This what I'm doing here. This is the 4th page. This is the panels 1 and 3. The subjects of the panels 1 and 3. And it's like, it's the page 4 of the prologue, which is kind of I've sent a teeny tiny I've sent a URL to a little sample of one of the other pages, which are available on DeviantArt. You can find me there, Tall Unkempt Man on DeviantArt. But I sent an email, the URL to one of those, to a publisher, a graphic novel publisher called Top Notch Comics. They're the only one where they just had an email for one guy. Like, what's his name? His name is like Chris or something. It's just one guy at topnotchcomics.com, and just email him like a little URL and just give him a link to whatever you want him to take a look at. And I said, hey, I don't know, does it qualify as a submission? I have no idea. All the others, they wanted like a synopsis and 5 pages and all that. I don't want to do that. I'm too busy for that. Well, not really. I'm unemployed. But I'm busy doing this. I'm busy creating the content. I don't want to show you the content. It's not done yet. Yeah. A couple of pencil shits into viable artworks for practically free. Yeah. And yeah. This is now a speed paint. And this is what kind of editor I am. Yeah. But yeah. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There it is. Whatever. Anyway, that's the end of that. Got my Mountain Dew.